Are you going to be watching this, Dr. Pitts?
I'll be watching it online, actually. That's probably going to be the best bet for many people.
Will you? Okay, so if you're not in those far northern, what is it, the Faroe Islands and some far northern bits in Iceland and Norway, what are you going to see?
What you'll see is a portion of the sun covered by the disk of the moon, and the closer you are to the total eclipse path, which, as you mentioned, is way, way far up north, what you'll be able to see is you'll see part of the disk of the moon covering the disk of the sun. The sky will appear to look as if it's a little cloudy, not quite so bright, and the farther south you go in Europe, actually, the less of the effect you'll actually see. So the folks that are living in Central Europe and Northern Europe will have the greatest opportunity to see some of the effect. And if you have some sort of a viewer that allows you to view safely, or you use an indirect method, then you'll be able to see quite an event of that bite of the sun being taken by the moon.
And those people far up north, they're the ones that get the total solar eclipse. How rare is that?
Well, there's an opportunity for a solar eclipse twice in a year. This particular eclipse is unusual. There's only one solar eclipse this year, actually, but the last time a solar eclipse like this occurred near the vernal equinox was in 1662. So it's kind of rare to see this kind of eclipse so close to the first day of spring.
So that's why they're all camping out.
Yes, indeed they are. And of course, solar eclipses are wonderful events for people to see, so you always want to make sure you do whatever you can to catch a view of one, especially if it's close to where you live. You may not have another opportunity in your lifetime.
You mentioned there to view it safely. Why is it so harmful to the eyes?
Often people think that there's some sort of deadly eclipse rays that are associated with the eclipse itself, but it's actually the fact that when the moon covers the sun completely, if you're observing, your pupils dilate to the change in sunlight. So your pupils are wide open, and any small part of the sun is just as bright as the entire sun. So that shock of light can do damage to your eyes, so it's never advisable to look at a total solar eclipse without eye protection.
And that comes from Dr. Pitts, so listen to the warning, children. Okay, you mentioned the spring equinox, we've talked about the solar eclipse. If that were not enough, we've also got a supermoon. What's that?
Oh, well, this is a situation where we have the moon at what's called perigee, its closest approach to the Earth in its orbit around the Earth. And so the moon can seem to appear larger than normal, but actually the visual difference is not very much. It's not that big a difference. In fact, you can get the same effect if you just watch the moon as it rises in full at anywhere along the horizon. Because it's near objects of known size, it will appear to be much larger, and that's just an optical illusion.